Welcome in to the DNVR Avalanche pregame show. We got Eric, we got AJ, we got Rudo coming to you before the Minnesota versus Avs game tonight. Obviously, these lineups are a little bit in flux. Minnesota trading away a number of players today, and the Avs, for the first time, will be getting 4? Can I count? At least 4. Mittlestadt,
Walker,
Trenin, Duhaime, Walker, 4.
And Nichushkin.
Yeah, Nichushkin not new, but returns to the lineup.
Well, he's hoping that the new version of him is the new normal for him.
Fair enough. Not going to argue with that one. Still, some significant shakeup in the Avs lineup tonight. How do you guys view this? Is there an expectation of winning even with all of this roster flux for Colorado? Or is this a, hey, new guys show up, this is Avalanche hockey, let's learn a little bit?
No, the expectation is to win.
Okay.
Sean Walker, you can get away with playing him on your third pairing while he figures it out. Yakov Trenin and Brandon Duhaime should be on your fourth line.
Yep.
Val Nichushkin's the only guy that you're looking at going, all right, like, let's...
Get her going.
Yeah, you're going to put him into a bigger role and want to see immediate returns from. So, really... you should win this game. Minnesota's on a Sega Baba.
They just traded away 3 guys today.
Yeah, they traded away. Yeah, exactly. In the last 24 hours, they've traded away half their depth guys.
Yep.
And again, they're on a Sega Baba, and you're not. You're hanging out at home where you play great hockey, coming off a dominant win.
Just go beat them.
Yeah, you should really be comfortable with this game. This should not be close. This is a don't make mistakes. Don't beat yourself. Don't let this team feel like they're in the game.
and you said new guys' expectations. Like if you're Mittlestadt, you got a nice driver's seat watching Nathan MacKinnon, and one of the biggest heaters of all time, right? With the home streak, and I think you sit behind them, and when I say behind them, meaning second line center,
Yep.
don't necessarily mean sit behind them. But you never know. You have to make sure you clarify things sometimes. But, I think he's just going to be like, oh, wow. And then you just want to go out there and you want to prove also to your new teammates what you're capable of. And, it looks like he's going to have a guy like Val with him and things like that. So I expect them to absolutely turn on the Jets tonight. Again, they're playing the Wild, but the Avs turn on the Jets and absolutely just steamroll the Minnesota Wild.
Yeah, I think with Mittelstadt, I think there's going to be a little bit of culture shock coming from a place that
it is different.
That's been deeply unserious about winning for a while now.
It's a little different.
And has been living off of the promise of hope for a long time.
Yeah.
He's going to come in here, and it's going to be a completely different world for him, where the talent around him, the way that they play the game, it's going to be high octane. It's going to be high expectations. They gave up a lot to get him, so his expectations are going to be high again. It's no longer the, hey, I'm super glad he worked out like it had been in Buffalo the last couple of years after he might have been written off early on. That's not what this is. This is what you've done the last couple of years has to be real.
Yeah.
And it has to be the beginning of a continued ascent for you. You need to be for real.
He's already done better than the Andre Burakovsky experience, where 45 seconds into his first practice, Nathan MacKinnon lost his mind on that guy.
Stopped the drill and screamed at him. Yeah. And it was like, Berkey may not like this much. He's already pining for Alexander Ovechkin's ways.
So Mittelstadt avoided that at least, but to your point, Avs are going to want him to be about winning. Yeah.
Yeah, and he's going to be, obviously, with the 2C job, he's going to be put in a position to succeed.
Yep.
And he's going to be, there's no way that he doesn't know that Bo Byram had 2 points in his first Sabres game.
Yep.
He's going to feel some pressure to early returns. So Mittelstadt is feeling it. The other couple of guys can get away with it in the depth, but Mittelstadt needs to come out, and he needs to turn the Jets on. Show it. Let's see it.
Enough us babbling about the Avs new guys. Let's hear what Jared Bednar had to say about the Avs lineup tonight.
1 second, guys. All right, go ahead.
Jared Val's out there in red. Is he?
He's good to go tonight, yep.
Is it kind of a relief to finally get him back?
You know, it's nice to have him back. I mean, obviously, impact player for us, and when you start adding guys like that in the lineup, it helps.
Did you need a roster out there with everything? Keep it straight today?
Maybe tonight I'll be looking at the game card a little bit more than normal.
How excited are you about, seeing the additions that management's making to really give you guys that,
Yeah, I'm excited. I like all these guys we brought in and what they provide. We got a little bit of a different mix now in our bottom six with a couple big guys going in there, and obviously Mittlestadt I think can be a difference maker for us too. So Walker on D brings a nice skating game that sort of fits our style. So I like all the guys we brought in.
You got 4 new guys plus Val coming back. What is your expectation for a game like tonight where you have new faces, guys who've been out of the lineup for a while?
Yeah, well, I expect us to play hard, be highly competitive. Number one, doesn't take any sort of understanding of even the system to be able to do that. I expect that we may make some systematic mistakes, but I also think that you cover those up with hard work and determination. So, and then we'll get these guys up to speed. We've had meetings with all of them now. Some guys are doing some special teams meetings yet this morning. And there's a lot of similarities between some of the guys coming in, and then there's some differences as well. So same kind of thing you see at the start of the year.
Coach, is there any fill-in goalie today? What's the status on Justus Anderson?
Yeah, he's sick. Yeah.
Sorry to be. Is there any experimentation that needs to be done at this point, or do you have slotted places and say, let's go?
No, well, we'll have to experiment a little bit, because even your best laid plans on paper don't always work out to be, the right fit. So we have ideas and where we want to go with our lineup, and then we still have, enough games to be able to move guys around a little bit and find some chemistry if need be, and find some good line combinations that we like. So we're 4 lines deep. That's the goal coming playoff time. The year we won, we were 4 lines deep. Our 4th line had a huge role in it. Our 3rd line had a huge role in it. And, that's what we're looking for this year. That's where we feel like we're getting to.
Parise wasn't out there. Is there an update?
Yeah, lower body. He's out day to day.
So
Yeah.
all 4 are expected to play though, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Is Logan O'Connor still out?
He's out. Yeah.
You mentioned previously, in a perfect world, you saw Ross in his line as the 3rd line. Obviously, things have to play out, but do you feel like just slotting everyone in maybe where you initially planned, how much can that impact the team?
It can help us a lot. I mean, you add Val back in, Mittlestadt back in, we've got flexibility with who we put with them. It's Drouin tonight. And then, you kind of, so when you start moving guys and slotting them against competition that you feel like they can have success against, it's highly important to winning in the playoffs, especially. And now, like I said, you add a little bit of size and grit, penalty killers. We've got a lot of options. So to be a deep team, like I said yesterday, you have to be a deep team if you're going to win.
Jared, just how unique is it with Duhaime? It happened with Gosses Vera last week, in Arizona, Carolina. For an emotional player experiencing his first trade to go and play his old team immediately, how uncomfortable do you think that would be for him?
Yeah, it's certainly strange. There's no question, and it happens more than what you think. Like every year, it seems like a guy or two gets traded, and they end up facing their team right away. Part of it, I think, is good though. Get it over and done with, and you can kind of move on and settle in. But I do think it's no question it's going to be strange. I mean, he's been hopefully he's not passing to their jersey tonight, because he's been doing that and working with those guys for so long, and all of a sudden now you're on a different team. So it's strange when you. It's always fun to go back and play old teammates and friends, like in different matchups competitively during the season, but. When you first get moved and then you got to face your old team right away, there's no question it's going to be a little weird for him tonight.
Ben Myers was traded to Anaheim. Why do you think to you it just didn't work for him here?
I have no idea. I have no idea why, the management's making moves, getting picks, trading picks. It's just part of the business.
Is N going to be able to back up tonight?
I hope so.
Anything else? Thank you.
All right, thanks.
So
I hope so.
Bednar kind of staying out of the actual moves getting made there, just being like, look.
Not my pick, not my farm.
Yeah, these are the guys I have to play tonight. This is what I'm going to do.
You're not Patrick Waugh, all right, man? You stay out of the front office. Let those guys do their job. You do yours.
Yep.
One thing I really like about Jared Bednar, he's not messing with that. They might ask him, hey, how do you feel about a guy before they make a move? But he's not going up into the office saying, make this
Pulling
move.
the trigger on anything, yeah, for sure.
Although I'm sure he has advocated for archetypes.
I'm sure. Brandon Duhaime, cough, 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 cough.
Oh, dude.
Well, it has to go hand in hand, right? I mean, you're not going to go. A guy hates skill guys, and then you just bring skill guys. And that's not, I mean,
Yeah.
he's been around 600 games.
Also,
now, so
if
I
you
think
hate
the
skill
marriage is
guys,
good.
you're probably not an NHL
But you know
coach.
what I'm saying. I was just trying to explain that.
This guy's too good. I don't
Explaining
like
that
that.
You've been the new guy on a number of teams in your career.
Yep.
How's it feel? What's it like going into that first game?
It's fun. It's exciting. I mean, you're always, because you're going to look at it two ways, right? Half glass, whatever, half empty,
full,
whatever. Or you look at it like, oh, these guys wanted me. You know what I mean? So I want to prove them right. You know what I mean? Instead of being negative about it, oh, they didn't want me, the other thing. Because it is a sense of rejection at times. But if you look at it, it's like, no, these guys wanted me. So you go there, it's new. Sometimes you know guys, sometimes you don't. It's happened to me before. You don't even know a soul, which is weird. You walk in there, you just introduce yourself, and it's new, and it's new trainers, new equipment guys, it's new medical guys. It's just different, new coaches, but it's fun. It's exciting. Even though you've been around the league, your first game's always okay. I want to leave a first good, a good impression, good first impression, and so it's exciting for some guys tonight, a bunch of guys, right? 4 of them. Val doesn't count, obviously, but 4 guys that want to leave a good impression. That's why I have a good feeling about this game tonight. Especially the fit. They're perfect for the fit of what this team needed, and they know that. They're not stupid. They look at the roster and they're like, eh. And it's exciting. You join a team that's got McKinnon, Makar, Rantanen, and guys like that, and you're like, all right. This is going to be a fun, like a Mittlestadt never played in the playoffs, right? So you go from a team with, like you said, no expectations, and it's kind of like blah blah. You're like, we want to win a Stanley Cup. Same thing for Walker. You're in Philly, that's borderline right now, and obviously was in LA that didn't make the playoffs, and so now he's like, all right, I'm a UFA. How about I win? Usually it kind of helps yourself a little bit, right?
Yeah.
So I think it's going to be interesting, and same thing with Duhaime, and which will be a little bit different tonight because he's playing against the guys he was on the plane with last night. It's a little different. You know
So
what I mean?
are we going to learn from Brandon Duhaime who he really didn't like on the Wild? Because that's going to be a guy he fights early on.
I'm trying to remember, but I've seen that before where guys like, holy crap, they were teammates 10 hours ago. And next thing you know, they're going at it at center ice. And it's like,
Cody McLeod fought
I've seen it.
Iginla.
I'm trying to
I think.
remember. Who was it?
McLeod and Iginla, I think it was.
Was it? Oh, yeah.
Do you remember Dan Winnick and Kyle Quincy?
Yeah.
That was on the same team, though.
Yeah.
When they traded for Winnick and he got into training camp and they fought on day 1 of training camp, bad blood,
Yeah. So, I mean, it'll be a little different for him, but Trenin and stuff like that, he'll be excited. He'll be a great addition. So it'll be fun.
You think is there any chance in the world that Yakov, Trenin, and Val Nichushkin don't know each other?
They're from the same hometown.
That's what I'm
they
saying.
have.
That's what I mean.
saying.
They absolutely
No way.
played hockey together their
Yeah.
entire lives.
Yeah, for sure. They're buddies, and which
That
is
should help,
awesome.
right?
Which is awesome for Val. Awesome.
He has a friend. I mean, they went and got Mikko a friend. Go get Val a friend.
Yeah. Hey, why not? It makes it.
but
Hey, you know what?
Get
Hey,
him an
hey,
emotional
hey,
support friend just
hey.
like Nate has.
Hey, I'm telling you back
Spot
then,
the
like
18 hours a day Val's in the weight room. Is that the...
I'm just telling you right now, it makes a difference because Fopa, they were looking for a friend for him back then.
Yeah.
A Swedish friend, One year we went and got Tommy Salo. A big part of it was because, he's friends with Fopa. You know what I mean? Give him a friend. You know what I mean? Like a countryman. Like, it makes a difference. It does. Like, we're making a little joke out of it right now, but there's a lot of truth to it.
Had to give up Tom Gilbert for that. I'm still salty.
Oh, God.
All right.
Stop it.
Get into the 3 keys for all these new guns tonight.
Yeah, let's do it. Because maybe I can read the board right now. You know what I mean? So key number 1. I can read that.
Man,
use your depth.
And if you can't.
Yeah. Use your depth. Get everyone involved. New boys, new guys. Let's go. Do your job. We talked about it earlier on a different pod, like internal competition. So very important tonight. Very, Bednar just touched on it right there. He said, hey, when we won the cup 2 years ago, we were a 4-line team. And right now, again, missing a few guys like Parise and LOC and stuff like that. But start the internal competition. Those things are healthy, and use your depth. Number 2. Let's go with jump on the Wild early. I'll use the boys' word, Sega Baba. Second night of a back-to-back right now for the Wild. So speed kills, especially at altitude here. Play to the Avs' identity. Show the rest of the world right now. Everyone's been very impressed the last couple days with what the Avs have done. Guys talk around the league, and they see that, oh, man, they are really up to their identity right now, which is a fast-paced team and deep team. And let's see it tonight. Why not? Let's just start tonight with getting back to playing to your identity. Number 3, expose the holes in the Wild lineup. I mean, listen, it's a suspect decor. I don't know what else to say. Spurgeon's out for the year. It's a very suspect decor. Not
Poor
the
Jonas Brodin.
Yeah.
He's alone.
Not the deepest of team. It's a tired group. So expose the holes in there. Get at them. Go in the neutral zone. Go in the defensive zone. Get out of your own zone. Quick outs. Play up to, like I said, the identity of your team, which is get out of your own end. Go through the neutral zone with speed and get in the offensive zone and create some freaking scoring chances and some chaos and up to what you do what you do best. If you're Miles Wood and you bring speed and chaos, do that. If you're McKinnon and you score goals, then go do that. So, like I said, it'll be fun to see Val back tonight and the new additions. So it should be an exciting night with those 3 keys for your Colorado Avalanche.
Love it.
We don't know what the lines are yet because they did not, with the morning being what the morning was.
Yep.
We just don't know what it looks like yet. But would it be pretty fun for Andrew Cogliano to go to being the dad of Andre Pavel and Jean-Luc Foudy last game to being alongside Brandon Duhaime and Yakov Trenin in this game? Where so now he goes from dad to coach.
I love it. Or maybe a big mouth, because I'd be yapping as hell when you got those 2 guys on the side.
They'll back you up.
Buddy. I got a little tougher right now.
Yeah, exactly. You're going to stand a little taller on those skates.
Yeah. Now, Duhaime's he's a tough customer, and we all know Trenin can do it too. So, obviously, they can play hockey. But, yeah, if I'm Cogliano tonight, my mouth is going a little, my motor is going a little more,
Hell yeah. Get it. It's you were talking about it. It's what the Avs do best is they get up and down the ice well and play some quality hockey. Eric, you know what you and I do best?
We bet.
Wrong.
Shoot.
Eat. We eat.
Yes, we do. Sorry.
Apparently I eat like a pigeon. So
He's like a pigeon. It's down 40.
Who's gonna eat tonight? Brought to you by Circle K. Eric, we all already know yours, so
I'll go first. New number 37. This guy's going to be great. It's going to be awesome here in Mittlestadt. It's going to be a fit for the Avalanche. We talked a little bit about the production on the power play. Obviously, we'll see what the power play is going to be, and is he going to be on the top power play? Not the top power play. But he wasn't really, like you guys talked about, in Buffalo, wasn't really used that much on the top unit. So this is a guy that's got hands. This is a guy that can create offensively, not the fastest of guys, but sees the game very well. So he's my Circle K tonight. It's new. He's my Circle K eater, and he's going to be eating a lot of snacks tonight, playing behind Nathan McKinnon, therefore playing against 3, 4, 5, 6 Ds. We just said, expose the holes on their suspect D lineup. Boom, goes hand in hand. See what I'm doing here?
Playing against 3, 4, 5, 6 D, that's basically all of Minnesota's defense.
My point. Yeah.
Lacking a top pair, perhaps.
At the moment.
I'm taking Val Nichushkin. exactly because he's going to be playing it next to Casey Mittlestadt.
Good call.
You are a guy, obviously, going through some stuff this year. You've gone into the program. You've dealt with what you've had to deal with. You're coming back. Now it's time to be a quality part of the Colorado Avalanche lineup again. You've been great for Colorado in your time here. Continue to do that. Be the guy they want you to be out there and help push the Avs to that next level this season.
Easy enough job for Val Nichushkin tonight. He just finds Casey Mittlestadt and says, I go net. Mittlestadt just finds him in front of them. I mean, he's got Mittlestadt and Druin on a line to start the game to pass pucks.
Just stick that butt out there and let them bounce pucks off it. It'll be good.
Yeah.
Give me puck.
Who you taking?
I'm going to go, I mean, we all have an identity, right? I'm going to go with Sean Walker. I'm going to go with Sean Walker because I think he's going to be, this is the same kind of freedom that he had in Philadelphia, but with a way higher skill level around him.
Leash is off, dog.
Yeah, and I think if he ends up rocking with
sneak him out there for some top line shifts.
and if he ends up maybe sneaking out, if they want to take a look at him alongside a Devon Taves after like a power play ends, or if they want to put him out there with Sam Girard,
be feeling himself a little bit
just to see how it goes. Just to see, I mean, he's going to be looking across the ice, being like, "Look, I loved Nick Seeler, but." What what is this? Like these guys, we get pucks and we go. Because I love Nick Seeler, but that's not what Nick Seeler does. No. And if he was looking for something a little more comfortable, play next to Jack Johnson will be
feel like good, home. Yeah,
be a pretty good Nick Seeler simulator. So, I think Sean Walker, just get the puck and play your game, dude. Just go do what you want to do. He's wearing a forward's number. Just go act like it. Like he's the fourth forward up the ice all the time. So I think there's so much excitement about all the forwards, but I think Sean Walker is going to be such a good fit in Colorado that I'm very, very excited. And I want to see him. I want to see him get to Eaton right away. Nom 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 nom.
So there you go. Sean Walker heading down to Circle K. Go to Circle K yourself. Get the Inner Circle Awards at circlek.com/innercircle. That'll get you 25 cents off a gallon on your first 5 fill-ups and a bunch of amazing deals on game day snacks, especially on weekends. Go check it out at your local Circle K. With a bunch of new guys in the lineup, do you want to see a little bit of the blender tonight? Do you want to see a little bit of Bednar prodding and poking and seeing if maybe you catch a little spark of something with, throw a shift of Trenin with a Ross Colton, throw a Brandon Duhaime next to Miles Wood, or I put whatever names you want together. Maybe you try some shifts with Lehkonen next to Mittelstadt, break up Mikko, whatever. Do you want to see some of that, or do you want some stability?
Yeah, they need to. It's kind of like the beginning of the season. You got to try stuff out. You got to see what some of the combinations look like. See if anybody finds instant chemistry, anybody clicks. Use the next 10 games like they're the first 10 games of the season. Try a lot of stuff and then figure it out from there. What I really, really want to see, you got a bunch of guys who have really good PK numbers, have really good PK impacts. All of them need to be on the PK. All of them. Your PK.
Just send them all.
Your PK has been awful. It's been awful for months. Stop messing with it. Yeah. The one forward that you're looking at going, we're going to keep that guy on that unit is Logan O'Connor. All the others are in danger of losing that job. Sean Walker has to be out there. With Sam Girard and Sean Walker is going to be a wild PK pairing if they decide to throw that out there, because those guys are both going to get a puck and just be like, we going.
Eric, go ahead if you have something to say.
I was just going to say I agree with you, because just listen to Bednar, his presser a couple minutes ago.
Yeah.
He's saying, it's just no different than, first 10 games of the season. You're dealing with new guys. You're dealing with some combinations work, some don't. But you have to try and go through them and see what happens.
Yep.
What's the feeling like? Have you had the feeling of stepping onto a new team and is a guy just clicks on your line, a center you're next to or whatever? How does that vibe as an actual player, that experience?
Well, it does. It's weird because sometimes you're thinking that you're going to be playing with player X, and then you get out there and it just doesn't work. I mean, it just doesn't. And then Or you get out there and you're like, oh, I thought I'd be playing with Rudo, but I'm playing with AJ. And then it clicks and it works and you have a good shift. And it's, you can't predict how things are going to go. But sometimes things go your way. Then you have a good shift and a good momentum shift. And then you're like, holy crap. It's just kind of like during a game when a coach is like, throws 3 guys random. And next thing you know, they're producing energy. And then
Spend
the next
2
thing
minutes
you know,
in the
the first
ozone,
line goes and they score. And then you're like, all right, I like, kind of like how the chaos line got put together at the start of the year.
That line did not start together.
It didn't start, and all of a sudden, next thing you know, they're together, and you're like, oh, wow, this is fun. You know what I mean? So I think that's kind of how it evolves into something, but you have to try different things to kind of see where it leads to.
Did it work pretty well when they put Joe Sakic as your center and you just said, I know how to do this?
Just stick down, and, that's what I told Joe. Just put your stick down, I'll find you.
Some dudes that everybody can click with, huh?
Sarcasm.
And then you had a career high in goal scored.
Yes, it was sarcasm. Opposite, not me.
All right. It's going to be what it's going to be tonight for Colorado. I took the easy bets tonight. I'm betting all in on McKinnon continuing the point streak.
Why?
4+ shots on goal, Mac to score a goal, and I'm taking the Avs to put some pucks in the back of the net. Super boosted up to plus 200 there.
Only plus 200
I know.
for Mac to score a goal specifically is like...
He doesn't produce at home, so...
It just doesn't feel great. I mean, he does have 69 points in 31 home games, which is like...
outrageous.
Shut up.
Go with the Mac bet, or of course, if you're looking for the X-Player curse, Brandon Duhaime. Actually, they probably won't have him on there. I think it might be too soon to get that bet in. But
they definitely will not have that one ready to go.
Whatever. You can go with whoever you want to score the first goal of the night tonight. Should be a fun one. Of course, do your betting with Bet365. Use the DNVR 365 code when you sign up. You bet $5 on any NHL game like that booster right there. You get $150 in bonus bets. So jump on it to get the bonus bets and have a little bit of fun with Bet365. Of course, when you do sign up with that DNVR 365 code, you must be 21 or older, physically located in Colorado. Please gamble responsibly. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call or text 1-800-GAMBLER today. Expectations we kind of already covered. It's going to be a fun one. Eric and I get to go with the Takeover gang, experience this one live in person.
Shirts are coming off at what? 7?
1 Casey Mittlestadt goal.
Oh, what? That's a low bar. I was going to say, if they drop a Brazil on him, I tarps off is allowed.
Shirt's definitely coming off if they drop a Brazil.
What's dropping a Brazil?
7-1.
Oh, all right.
They dropped the gentleman's Brazil on Detroit last game.
They did indeed.
It was fine that Rudo did a half tarp off during the post game
because it was a 7-2. It's close.
It's fine.
Give them a soft beat.
Yeah.
Either way, it should be fun. A new look at the Avalanche lineup. I think everyone should be feeling good about this hockey team. Obviously, they have to go produce the results on the ice, but it's been a fun couple of days. Keep it rolling if you're Colorado. We are out of here for the pregame since we're going to the Takeover. Of course, no watch along, but we will be back postgame. We'll be a little bit late tonight. We do have to get back from the arena, but we will be going live, breaking it all down for you. So tune in to that. We appreciate y'all, and we will talk to you after the game.
We all silly like the mayor.